What do you do when you can tell your book is going to be a big giant book, but you think all of those words need to stay? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. So the exact comment says, I'm only at the midpoint, but I'm at 100,000 words. I'm pretty sure all of this is important and relevant. What do I do? So right now, what you do is you keep writing. Go ahead and write the 200,000 word book, get the entire story out. You can't really know what can be cut until the whole thing exists. Once you have the entire story, give it to somebody who knows how to slash a word count. You should be able to find somebody in a writing group or reach out to an editor or just get like your meanest friend who gets bored easily to start reading some stuff, and they'll tell you when it gets boring and it doesn't need to be there. If you are not in a place where you are ready to start giving it to people, once you've got your big 200,000 word book, start plugging it into a beat sheet and pay attention to how many words you are actually dedicating to backstory and world building and things like that, particularly up at the beginning when those things needed to be written, they needed to exist, but you as the writer are now going to pull them out of the manuscript and you're going to weave them in a way that is much more organic and natural and when it impacts the story. Now you might just have written a big giant book, and just because it is more difficult to get a big giant book published does not mean it is impossible. So you might have written a big giant book. I would advise you to go through some of the videos that I've got on how to cut word count and not lose anything and see if you can shave that word count down. But I'll tell you, in the last, I don't know, year, I have read maybe 7 or 8 pre-published books that were like 180, 200, 250,000 words, just some really, really massive books. All of them could have huge chunks cut off of them. All of them. Some people came to me and said, nope, I like it exactly how it is. I would like you to just give me a proofread. Great, cool. I will do exactly what you asked for. But if they come to me and they're like, help, I don't want it to be this big. I don't know what to do with it. I can find it. I do have one client that I really don't think that we're going to get this one down below like 115. There's just nothing that we're going to be able to do about it. So it's just going to be on the long side for the genre that they're writing. But for the most part, it's able to be like, yeah, you've actually repeated yourself kind of a lot, or you have talked your way into every scene and then explained it too much and buttoned it up at the end of every scene. So if every single chapter you can cut 5% off of it, well, you're going to lose 5% of the novel just by doing that. But if you are at the midpoint and you're on your first draft, just keep writing. Get the entire book written. There is no wasted writing. All of the stuff, either the character exposition or the backstory or the world building or the political systems, all of that needed to be written. It just isn't going to necessarily be in the final version of the book.